Hello everyone, if you're watching on YouTube, this was is a recording of what was a live stream on ustream.tv. If you'd like to join the ladies in the box for chat while I'm live, go to ustream.tv, look for Inky Obsessions, click follow, and you should get notified whenever I go live or schedule an event. I stress the word should. Doesn't always work that way. All right. So let's see. Do I want to use this on the block? What? Hang on. Now I know. I actually would love to find black watercolor paper. Oh, there we go. But I was going to say I don't think it's a thing, but I thought I found some. Hang on. Where's my little knife? Nope. I just put it away. Where are you? There you are. Gotta take my glasses off so I can see. Oh, I can't wait to get new glasses. I can get a new pair in April, according to my insurance. These have seen much better days. I never really liked the frames, but I have such problems finding the daggone frames that fit me. Am I doing this wrong? Seems like this should be easier. But at least this one is taped nicely on, or glued on each side. I bought one brand and it was only glued on two sides. So all the paint crept in anyway. And I thought it wasn't too smart. Got to start looking for frames way in advance of when I can get new ones. Apparently my head's too big for normal glasses. Which, I mean, I know I'm not a little petite flower, but I've seen people with heads a lot bigger than mine, but I don't know what it is. I can't. One time, Dave and I were at Walmart getting something. He says, "Hey, babe, why don't you look for glasses over here? I mean, in their optometry place, you never know, you might find something." Well, yeah, what the hell? So I'm looking in there, and people keep trying to wait on me. I said, I'm just looking. I go around one whole side of the wall. You know, all the ladies' frames. Nope. Too narrow. They're always too narrow. So I make the turn, and I get around to another section, and I start trying them on. I was like, oh man, that fits. I'm not wild about it, but it fits. Put that down and grabbed another one. It fit. Grabbed another one. It fit. And I looked up at the display above where the rack was, and they were called fat heads. And I screamed out loud laughing. Dave was just shaking his head. But apparently the sales lady was appalled that I thought that was funny. What the hell are you gonna do? All right. Oh, this is the one I want. I'll get to that one later. This one is just one that I put together of some of my favorites that I always do those Yupo watercolors on. And I just put some full pans in this tin of those favorites. Do I have that? Yeah, I do have the creamer black in here. I want a real black. All right, let's see what happens. So I'm going to attempt a galaxy. And I want to do some kind of... I should have a reference photo, shouldn't I? I never do a reference photo. I think that's where I get in trouble. Since I can't draw and have no imagination and just start slinging paint, no wonder I do abstracts. Oh, Lord. Hang on. Galaxy images. Wow. This one was kind of cool looking. Look at that one. It's a rather colorful galaxy. Hey, Sophia. Hubble photos. Oh, that's a good one. Let me go back to this one. I really like this one. Oh, let me save that one. Hubble photos. Bible photos. What the hell? Not that there's anything wrong with looking for Bible photos. Hubble images. Whoa, look at those. Oh, good tip, CB. Wow. Let me look at that one. That's pretty wild, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, is Gail here? Hey, Gail. Wow. Now to figure out how to go about doing that. I always like to paint landscape for some reason. I guess it doesn't matter. Well, let's see what happens. What the hell? I know that's going to keep locking out on me. All right, so all those little veins, though. How the hell am I going to make that look like that? I guess it doesn't really have to, right? Oh, from Maryland Art Weekend, if anybody's interested, I've got a couple more spots to fill before I can sign the contract. So email me or contact me if you're interested. I have some ladies that I just sent some emailed some information to that have contacted me. And one more today. So we'll see. Pan after dries for veins, maybe. Maybe so. I told you I was watching this video. I'm trying to remember where I was watching it. I think it was on Skillshare. And she was using some white liquid watercolor. Do I have it? Oh, I do. I do have white liquid watercolor. But she was dropping some in to lighten up the center of it. Let me put that out there. Ooh, it's like spooky putting the first color down. All right. Oh, screw it. Let's dive in, shall we? Let's just go with something light in here. Should have maybe put some water down first. Gail, you feel? I see your. I hope you're feeling better. I see you guys are talking about Gail. I know she's been really. Sound like she had the same kind of crap I had. Good Lord. Did I tell you guys that Dave fell in the ice? Like really bad, fell in the ice? That was not good. Hit his tailbone and really really hurt himself. He didn't break anything, and luckily, well, we don't think he had a concussion. Scared the living crap out of me. He's still kind of gimped up. But he's out with a buddy of his now to check to see if he couldn't bowl in his league the last couple of weeks because he was hurting too bad. So he's going out with him for a practice session today. Had to give him a little preaching to before he left. Like, if you hurt yourself, you're the only one that's going to pay for it. And it's getting close to golf season. You want to make sure you're healed before that. That'll really tick him off if he's not feeling well for golf. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's kind of half the fun, though. Can't tell if I screw it up or not. Yeah, he's seeing his chiropractor, but it takes a long time to get that back in gear again. This has a little bit of pink in there. This opera pink's a little loud, but let's see what happens if we pull a little vein of that through here and let that do something. Hey, Galena. Oh, got the flu. Oh, Lord. It's so going around so badly now. It's pretty scary. Oh, I need something darker. Marine blue, maybe. Marine. And it gets a little greenish out towards the ends there. Prussian green, maybe? Is that green enough? Yeah, thanks, Safia. I know he I believe he boogered himself up pretty good on this one. It's a little dot of that juniper green that I like. And I wanted something greener. Let's see. Jungle green. I don't think that's going to be too green, but maybe if I mix it, it won't be so bad. That doesn't look like that could possibly turn out to be anything like that. Oh, what are you going to do? Let's grab a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. See what that does for me. Oh, mercy. How am I going to do that orange without this turning to mud? That's my next question. But look at all those cool little lines through there that perhaps this is the wrong one for me to start on. Get that hard edge out of there before it forms. We need a different orange color. Oh, Lord. Hang on, I'm rifling through my possessions. Oh, I have some of that in the packet somewhere. What the hell am I thinking? Hold on. I'm looking for here we go. This is that little clear magnetic palette that I got that I put my core colors in. And I was looking for like a quin, more of a quin gold. There we go. I can use that. I believe I can, but I'm not sure. Let me use a little bit of this quin magenta, just a tad. Should I bring you in closer to this mess? Oops, lost my picture. Come back. Well, all right. Here you go, nothing. Quin Gold, that's you. Let's see what that looks like. Hey, Virginia. See, that's what I don't understand, how to make that look right. This was probably the wrong picture. See what I mean? Look at this. Let me blow this up really close. Like, what the hell? Why am I trying to do that? Oops, a little glare. But look at all those little teeny veins. I don't think that's a way to go for me and my skill level. um, I don't know. Let's just throw something out here and see what happens. We might be sacrificing this piece of Arch's paper to a very sad cause here. Apparently that's a staining color. That's not moving anywhere, that line. I need a darker orange, more orangey orange. Put some of that in there. You just start with the lightest color and build up to it. Yeah, I know, but all those, what I'm worried about is all those little tiny, tiny lines. Like that seems something really detailed and fine, like we'd see Cece doing, which I don't have the patience or the talent to do. Hang on. That one's probably more in my capability range. Of course, now I got the wrong colors going, so perhaps, how am I going to do that? Come on, work with me. Give me something to prop this up on. Can I salvage this and turn it into something else? Let us have a look. Yeah, I think it's the liquid watercolors they're giving me that hard line in there. But I like the way that red's running through that yellow. See, it's doing a little bit of that veining on its own there. Let's see. Let's try a little bit of this cobalt teal up here. I know, dip pen and ink. That seems so tedious to me to do all those lines. I'm not too much into that tedious stuff. I lose patience. That's why I can't color. I can't sit and color to save me. I really cannot. I've done all the coloring books. Well, I didn't buy that many. I might have bought 5 or 6. Um, I colored one page and thought, nope, that's not going to happen again. Oh, I love how this is running down here, though. That looks really cool. Ooh, that's running everywhere now. Look. I don't know if you can see that purple running and turning into purple. And looks like I can see more of that than you can. You'll just have to trust me. Let's get some darker blue and some purple in there. I know. I probably eventually could learn to do it, CB. I don't have the patience for it. It doesn't interest me to do that even a little bit. Sadly, it's the truth. I can't I just don't have the patience for it. Put a little bit of rose gold in that little starbursty kind of area in there. Got more of a red down through here. A neon galaxy. I think we all need one of those. That's where I want to live. Don't want to. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I know what my limitations of patience are, and I if I get into a point where I'm going to exceed that, I just say, "Oh, hell no. I'm not doing that." Oh, let me get this dark vein of whatever that is coming through there maybe. That's some indigo. Oop, hello, come back. I need to get some brighter violets in that way a little bit. It's so funny when I watch people paint online, even abstracty stuff like this, and I'm trying to always get in their head like, why are they making that stroke there? Like, what are even hey Jean, even when I'm looking at something like this, I mean, I know you can't really replicate that in watercolor, but you can do your interpretation of it depending on what paper you're using, paints, how it's going to run on its own. But I don't know. Always a little puzzled. Let's try a little. Let's put a little of this up in this corner up in here. That a little wetter. It's kind of a hard line there too. Well, I don't know. This needs to be a darker red, I believe. Let's do a little bit of this down and through here. Maybe I ought to start bringing some of the black in from the corners. Maybe. Maybe start with a darker blue. Well, I mean, all you can do is slap down a little paint, hope for the best, and learn from whatever happened. I think I'm going to put a little bit of water in this corner here to help me get this moved about. I'm going to go back and add some other colors to that too. It looks like it's got some dark red in there, or some purpley colors through there. That looks kind of cool with that through the black. Maybe that's what I need, just a little more black. This is that creamer furnace black. It's really a pretty dark black watercolor. Let's put a little, let's do some of this marine blue up and through here, over that. Running low on my squirtsy bottle there. It's a rainy day here today. It's kind of mild, but it's dark and rainy. I guess we need the rain. That's when I know I'm old. When I say we need the rain. I used to remember as a kid and a younger person, especially when we were boating, like, man, I hate this rain. Now, well, I guess we need it. Let's see. Let's maybe put some opera pink in this black down here in these lighter spots. I hope so, Joan. Oh, I guess I'm not taping this off for a border. Oops. Tell Cece not to bring any fancy watercolors to our class. Only you and Xander will own them. She was going to go to the Kramer class with us. When Xander and I were going to go, when I had my little episode with my pinched nerve and I couldn't go. I saw Xander where they have some more classes coming up. Cece was hoping they were going to have another one somewhere around the time of the of the Maryland event while she was going to be down these parts anyway. But I don't know which one. I know it was making your own handmade watercolors, but I don't remember if it was like if we did the signed up for the shoot the what are they called, earth pigments, or the metal. I would of course like to do the metallics. Yeah, I had to bail out of that one, CB. Man, that was, I couldn't function. Ugh, could not do it. I hated it. I hated to bail out too. Believe me, I've been looking forward to doing that, and no such luck. I had 3 possible trips right in that same time period. They were going to come one right after the other, and I missed all 3 of them because of that friggin' nerve thing. Oh well, it's okay. Put a little blue in there. It's called color called Peacock. Oh, you know what I always want to do and I never remember to do it? Not that I've done that many of these. Maybe that's why I don't remember. Oops. Getting too close here. Hang on. Oh, crap. I lost my picture. There it is. To leave like a light streak in the middle. Why do we never remember to do that? Get that juice back up a little bit. I don't know what this is going to look like when it dries. How dark it's going to be or stay. Oh, I wanted to do like another, what am I going to put through there? Something bright. Was that marine? Maybe that went struck through there. What are you guys talking about? Ballroom dancing? Is that not, that's not focused, is it? Hello? Huh. Well, let's see if my attempt there does any, helps anything at all. Now, what I should have done while this was still wet, but I didn't. It's still wet. It is kind of damp still. I wonder if I add a little bit of water in here and in here and maybe down here. I'm going to do this white. Drop some of this white in here a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's put a little bit of that. Oops. That drives me crazy when these little squeezy droppers in these bottles don't work. Hello. Well, we'll hope that's enough. Just take little touches of this in here and see what happens. I can't, this is so, the way it's zoomed in, it's far enough away from me that I can't really see. Let me see, I can bring it down here some more. Okay, that's better. A little better. I should have put it on my new easel so it would be easier on my neck. But no. Who would have thought of that? That doesn't seem like it's doing what I want it to do. Hang on, let me get... Whoop, hello. That might have been a little bit much. Let's spread that around. That's, I wanted it more opaque like that. Maybe not. I wonder if I can re-wet this and try to get rid of these edges here. Maybe not. Maybe I can add more to it and cover that up then. Or would that cause just more edges? I may be cornering myself into a conundrum. That's still not clear, is it, guys, your picture? To me, it looks a little, I don't like this, like, circular looking bit here. I need to, something needs to happen here, too. This should be a little more blendy. Let me get a little purple and try to do that maybe. Purple it out there a little bit. Maybe that'll take care of that line. I guess I have to play with those placements of those colors while it's still wet, so I don't get so much of that separation there. That's what Cece does so cool, when she can, you always see her wiping and mopping her edges. Maybe I'll learn that this summer. Perhaps. I can see this paper buckling pretty good too. I don't know. This kind of bloom right here looks kind of like maybe the gases in the universe exploding. Let's go with that. Shall we? I don't know. Mine never looks like everybody else's. I don't know what. What am I not doing? Oh, that really dried a lot lighter than I thought, but that's okay. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe a little more white in there. What the hell? But where? I want to go somewhere where it's wet and kind of maybe does this thing again. That's still a little wet in there. That's, ooh. I didn't see if any of you guys answered me about that being looking blurry. It does to me on my screen where I'm following along with you guys. Moving this, trying to zoom at a different. It is still blurry, isn't it? Huh. Interesting. Now that it's all kind of blobbed on there, I'm liking it a little bit better. I think. I still think the black needs to be blacker. What did I use last time that made it really black? I think it was ink, wasn't it? Maybe if I just layer more black. Well, I'm getting it a little bit lighter through here, but not intentionally. Just because the black kind of grayed out a lot. I don't know what's happening here. Maybe the blue's kind of pushing the pigment out of the way more. I don't know. Hmm. I like how this is kind of running through here, though. don't know if you guys can see that very well. I think I'm going to go to these metallic ones that I've mixed myself. Maybe this mica star one. It's almost like silver glitter in the paint. Maybe I'll get a little bit of that going in this white area here that's still wet. Looks spacey, all right. Thank you, guys. I do like it better than when I was working through the uglies, so to speak. All right, back away from the glitter. All right. I wonder if I should use the heat gun on that. It is, oh, great. It is kind of buckling though. Working through the uglies. That's what you gotta do. Or maybe I should sit this on the side and maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll sit this on the side and just sling some paint at something else for a little bit. Let that dry. And then we'll come back to seeing what that looks like. I did get that, remember those, I think Xander had them. Where the hell did I put them? The, oh, here they are. The stencils with the constellations and the galaxy, these. And I thought, well, I usually work in bigger pieces. I should get the bigger one, but I should have got the smaller one, I think. Look how big these are compared to my big hand. I mean, that's a lot of something going on there. But maybe this smaller one I could use in the middle of that. But what would I put on there? Let me ponder that. Meanwhile, Lord of mercy, I'm sore today for no known reason. Oh man, my left hip is really hurting me, and I don't know. I didn't do anything that I know of to it. It felt fine last night. But what are you going to do? Put that out of the way. Oh, is this another pad with the last piece of UFO in it? Holy moly. Don't let me run out of UFO. Yeah, I think, Eileen, I think Sandra was the one who used those. And it was like a mermaid galaxy thing she did. And I thought that might be cute adding in some white over top of a galaxy thing. But I don't know. I think oh, wait a minute. Joan got me some silver. I think silver and gold, like modeling paste. I wonder if I go over that with this in the middle of those. Oh, maybe so. I just have to find them in my rearranged area. But that's all right. I'll do that. I should probably wipe this off because God knows how many fingerprints are on here. I'm just going to spray this with some alcohol, which I probably shouldn't be doing using watercolors. Oh, Lord. I'll be high as a kite. You know, I probably shouldn't have done that with watercolor, should I? But I wanted to try to get off any foil from my hands, if any exists. Since this is the last piece, it's probably been touched several times. Well, it's pretty dry. We'll see. And I think what I might do on this one, since we all know how this is going to go, I think I might throw in some of Tracy Bautista's inks in this one. These are some of the ones I played with the last time. Maybe I'll throw a little bit of this in there. And I know I want some more Juniper green. That's my favorite. My favorite. And this is Violet P.H. Martin's liquid watercolors. The Radiant line. I really like that. Guess you know what colors we're going for. This one's pretty. We'll maybe throw some of this in. Anyone interested in going on a sketching trip to San Francisco in April? Spots are still available. No can do, Virginia. Unless I hit the lottery. If I hit the lottery, we're all going. Hey, Tinkerbug. Oh, is that Ty? You guys are switching up your names on me. Get me all thrown off my game here. I think I'm going to spray this with water. And you know what? Sandra, you know you were playing with the salt water the other day? Now, I know if you drop salt on watercolor on Yupo, it really is hard to get it off of there. But I'm gonna try something. I'm going to spray this with water because I'm going to use watercolors and inks. Let's see what happens. Good douse of water. And then I'm going to drizzle in a little salt in the water. And I'm going to lay it where I see the water is a little bit thicker. Kind of puddly over here. Better move my phone out of danger. This could go wrong. Maybe a little more water. This will take till Tuesday to dry. Hey, Jan. I'm going to let that dry there a minute. And let's think of my plan of attack. Get my little tiny bowl of rose gold out. Oh, it's all. Hello. Focus. There we go. My little tin of rose gold. You can never have too much. I've always said that. Okay. All right, let's see what the hell happens, shall we? I'm going to re-wet these paints a little bit. And I got my inks over here. I don't know how these are going to act at all. But I tell you what, this hot pink ink of hers with that whatever shimmer is in there, that's really, really beautiful. All right, I'm going to start out as I do many times so I can tell the difference with how these paints are reacting to the salt. Hey, Terry. All right, so let's go. I'm going to go some Juniper green. This is the Radiant Juniper green. Let's see what this does. You can see the big salt grains in there. I wish this color would show on screen, like I see it here. It is the most gorgeous turquoise ever. All right, let's get some of this dioxazine purple. This is a core color. Oh, shit. Oops, I said shit. Oopsie. Now, I don't know if this is moving like that because of the salt, or I don't know. I think it might be moving more with the salt like that. Let me throw some of this stuff in there. Links open. I think they are. Yeah, they must be. Are they open? Hang on. Yep, they're on. I think now once you set them on, they're always on unless you take them off. Look how that's all traveling. Now, I don't want to contaminate this. Where's my little thingy here? Here we go. And that's some Tracy Bautista ink. That's not watercolor. I don't want to use that whole thing. You never know when I'm going to need some hot pink ink. I hope she sells these in full bottles here sometime soon. What will you do if all watercolor companies discontinued all the blues? Well, I'd move on to maybe, I don't know, professional wrestling or downhill skiing or something. I'd have to give it up. It's kind of interesting. Look how leggy that is going through there. Let's get some Lunar Blue. Oh, that's not Lunar Blue. Oh, I said shit again. I notice a pattern in my behavior. Just get that there to get it out of my brush. I want some Lunar Blue. I want to get that in this salty area over here and see what happens. Maybe nothing. I can see that blue and black start to break apart there. That's always so cool. Something needs to happen there to bring that together so it moves more. I got some piles. Oh, what am I doing? I've lost all control. I haven't put any rose gold in there. What paper are you? Hey, Kate. This is Yupo. Yupo. Where am I going to drop this? Let's put some in here. Oh, it picked up some of that blue. Now it's a really cool color, turquoise, getting in there. Let's put some down here in this pink and see what it does. Let's see, what do I want to put in here? Oh, this is that violet. Let's do some of this in through here. You need to get some Yupo. Everybody should try it. And I know Cece said she got some sheets that were a lot less expensive than buying the pads. I mean, it is more expensive than other type papers. Um, Look how light this purple gets when it was so dark before. I like it darker. I like it darker. Let's throw another hit of that through here a little bit somewhere. And this paint, the paint and the water just stay up on top of this Yupo and move. They keep moving, keep moving. I don't know if you can see this traveling here, but that's still moving into this. The purple's taking over into that pink, and look how this is all feathering out there. Got one little spot. What do I want to put in there? Maybe I'll go with more juniper green, because you can't ever go wrong with juniper green. I'm just saying. I wish I could lift this up. I can't, because if I do, it's all sitting on top of the paper. It's just going to run off if I do. But what happens, let me see if I make sure you guys can see this. What's happening down here with the way that's running into the pink, I think that's spectacular. And the Lunar Blue is just going a little nuts over here, which is really cool. I want to pull some of this up into here where this is getting lighter. That really fanned out in here. See those? You probably can't see them, but all those particles of that Lunar Blue are broken up in there. Let me try to drop some of that somewhere else and see what happens. Let's go in this lighter area here. Mix it in with this juniper green. And this kind of puddle right here. Let's see what that does. Now see, this is more my kind of painting. It's so relaxing. You can't hardly screw it up. Drop a little rose gold in there. This is a huge puddle here. This is going to shift when I pick it up and move it for sure. I might actually try to let some of that run off, because, or do I want to push it back in there? Let's do that. It's just going to come back. Coming back in. You know what? I'm gonna put some of this black in here and see what happens. Oh, look at it pulling that rose gold up to the top. Can you see that? Probably not. Very interesting. But I don't know that the salt really had any impact, to be honest. It's going to be a pain in the ass to get it out of here once it dries. I can tell you that much right now. I might knock some of those off that are right there on the edges. For some reason, once the salt dries on the Yupo, woo, lordy. What do I want to put in there? Oh, maybe some Pacific Lagoon. Didn't use any of that. I'm just playing with this now. I don't usually do that, but I usually let it do what it wants to do, but what the hell. Where's my piece that I was carrying? Oh my gosh. I'm going to go clear a hole out for this. Man, I don't know why my hips hurt so bad today. Jeez. Didn't even have any fun enough to hurt them. Oh, wow. My hips never hurt. That's really strange. Bitty strange. Oh, I got. Is this it? Yeah, here we go. This is an old piece I was carrying the Yupo with. I think I'm going to have to let some of that drop off of here. Otherwise, it will never dry. Oh, it looks like a dolphin. Ah. Not usually what I find in my work, but look how these colors feathered and did some cool stuff in there. See how wet that still is? I love how they wick through each other and make these crazy little runs and blooms and all kind of feathery stuff. I wish I knew what to put in there that I could make that do this. I don't know what color would do that, or if anything would. Maybe I forgot about these inks. What'd you let me forget about the inks for? Let me put a little, where's my squeaky? My little squeegee squeaker. Where's my little squirter? There it is. All right, get on there. Okay. All right, now this needs to be, I don't know. This should be moved a little bit. I don't know how to move that other than just, let's just move it. See what happens there. Maybe a little, where's my brush? Splash a little rosy gold in there. When all else fails, hit it with some rose gold. All right, let's just put this over on the side here. Oh my gosh. Sound like a big weenie, but I'm telling you, something right there. Oh, Jesus, now I'm going to trip and fall. I think I will be watching Xandra from a hot tub tonight. Not a hot tub, just a hot tub. It is jetted, but it's not a hot tub. But I think that's where I'll be watching Xandra. I'm just going to spread this out so it soaks into this paper a little bit more. Maybe I should actually pick that piece up. It's going to be quite a while for that to dry. Has anyone dripped alcohol on a watercolor page? Yeah, it just goes and pushes all the watercolor paper. Well, on Yupo, it does. Yupo, it will the alcohol will push everything. I think we did that one time. Eileen, I think it was you that said, hey, try this. And it pushed everything off to the side. All right, let's see where we are with this little ordeal here. Well, that's still not very dark, is it? It really grayed out, didn't it? Now, do I keep trying to layer that up and make it darker? Do I drop some black ink on there? You can see that glittery watercolor I used. That's a creamer pigment that I mixed up, made a pan out of. What should I do? I do want it darker. All right, pull out the big gun. Bombay ink black. Is that what I used before? Yeah. What the hell? Here goes. Although half of me doesn't really mind the dark gray, but I want this more. I don't know. I want more of this to blend into the blackness. I don't want just a circle of the color. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Joan. It's not dark enough. But that's several layers of watercolor, and it just keeps going bye-byes into the paper. Do I need to let it dry and then add more? You think? Maybe I'll hit this with a heat gun. What's the worst that can happen? Can't screw it up much worse than this. We're going in for the big gun. Hang on. Oh, mercy. There we go. Heat gun. I don't know. I've never really used a block before, so I don't know. If it takes longer to dry on the block, because if it goes through the paper, there's just more paper that's going to be damp underneath of it. I don't know why this is to me, it looks blurry. I never did see anybody answer me about that. Oh, well, I probably should put it off a low. I don't know when it was drying before. There we go. Now it's a heat gun and not just a blowing air. Yeah, I know. It really grayed out on me. And it's funny because on certain papers, that black stays pretty dark for a watercolor. Oh, shit. What did I do there? Where the heck? Oh, man. No idea where that came from. Oh, well. It'll be a meteor. This looks so blurry to me on the screen you're looking at. I'm going to hold that up there and see if it'll focus. See that spot I just put on there? That pisses me off. Boy, there's really a lag today. Really a lag. That's still blurry, isn't it? Maybe I should take it off the block. Yeah, I like it too. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. Galaxy-ish. Why is it blurry? I don't know why it's blurry. Don't know why it's blurry. Let me look at these settings over here. Hang on. Oh, settings, focus, auto, take that off. Let's see what will happen now. Anything happen any differently with the focus? Come on, it's crystal clear on the browser window. I'm looking at it from my camera. And what you're looking at looks blurry. Why is that? Hang on, man, there's a really bad lag. I don't see it making a difference. That's really strange. Anybody got any ideas? Hang on, autofocus. I wonder if it's because it's zoomed in. Nope. That totally blurred it out. Sorry, YouTube. Skip ahead. That's better there. Hang on, I'm playing with settings. It might be a Ustream thing, Safia. I don't know. But it's crystal clear on my other browser window. That's not usually what happens. I do not know. Let's go into advanced settings. Brightness, contrast, intensity, anti-flicker, white balance. Yeah, I got nothing. Let me, whoa. Let me go over here. I wonder if I did high resolution, what'll happen. I just changed it to high resolution. Let's see if that makes a difference. It defaults to medium, and that's what I always use. And don't seem to have any issues. Of course, now we gotta wait for the lag. Well, I am at a loss, kids. Yeah, right. Thank you, Ustream, for being free. Oh well, I'm gonna push on. Let me find one of my cheaper. Oh, you know what? Let me use some of this Tracy Bautista color. That's her sample of it, and it's called Slate Blue. That looks like a pretty dark color, but I don't know how dark it will stay. Oh, and it's got sparkle in it. Whoa. Oh, that's really blue. No, that comes out a lot bluer than it looked. No, I don't want to use that right now. Okay. All right, I need to get a cheaper watercolor brush I don't mind using for ink. Oh, gosh, darn. Telling ya. I'll use one of these. These were a couple bucks a piece. Oop. I gotta let that get the sizing out of this newer. I'm just uncapping this one. All right, I'll use that one. Okay. Let me put some of this in here. And this is Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay Black Indie ink. And that's what we're going to use. So let me see. Get this closer to me. Let's try this. I don't know. This might be a mistake and not blend at all, since this paper's kind of dry now. I don't know. I don't know which way to go with this, so it might be La Boo Boo of all boo boos. Maybe I should. Let's see what that does. See, I don't want a hard edge here, so how am I not going to get that hard edge? Spring in this there. Let it just go where it wants to go. I don't know. This may be a big La Boo Boo, but we'll find out soon enough. I liked how those little blurs came out of there, but I'm going to lose those with this. Well, when Patti shuts down, it used to work, so no. Ooh. Go drop some color back into this area. Try to make it not just black. Let's try hitting that line right there with a little fuzz of water. All right, I'm going to pop some, get that ink out of there. Let's put some color back in there. What did I use? Some marine blue. I don't know if that'll even show up with this, but we'll throw it out there. I don't know how it's going to dry. Maybe it'll show when it dries. Let's try to get some of this opera rose in there, opera pink. That's showing a little bit better. At least I can see it. Put that in here where this is still wet. Maybe just streak it through. It is if it dries like this, Joan. I think it will dry more like black than the other one did. have a blue that would show up against that black. Maybe the amazonite that's got a little twinkle, twinky twinkle in there. Will that show up? Probably not. That's okay. Just in case it does, we'll throw a little bit over here. I don't know if any of that sparkle will show up when it dries. Hate that I smudged that purple in there. I don't know, I'm half tempted. Half tempted. Throw a little rose gold in there. In the black. What would that do? I don't know. Let's do it over here so I can bump it out if I don't like it. Not much really, so that might not be bad. Let's put a little shimmer here and there. It's got so much glisten on it, I can't really tell. I'm not wild about this blob over here. Let's try to do something with that. All right. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I can see the opera in there. Here and there, but none of the blues. Oh, a little bit of blue showing up there. Maybe I should drop more of that in. Just in case that's the way it dries, I can see it. Yeah, I do see it up in here a little bit. All right. All right, so let me heat gun. Yeah, it does stand out more. We'll see how it dries here in a minute. Actually, as it dries, I see more of the pink and blue that I threw out to the sides. Patti, dare you to do a watercolor or painting not using any blues. You've dared me before and I've done it. I just don't like it. Look, there's all kind of stuff in there that's not blue. Wow, this is looking, let's say, interesting. Wow, that pink is really showing up a whole lot more than I expected it to. Now it might be too much pink. Maybe it's flamingos orbiting around my galaxy. Just for Eileen. They're coming to roost. That's I'm surprised at how much of that color is shown. Wait a minute, let me get it all dry and I'll show you guys. Hopefully it'll come through on the camera because that's and it made it kind of a dark red because it mixed with the black, right? Not sure that was the way to go either. All right. A girl with a bun on her head. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah, her nose and her neck. Great. That's what I was going for, actually. Glad you could see it. Ay, ay, ay. Well, that is certainly different than was how that was going to come out. Look how much of that pink is showing in there, and the gold and the blue. Where did the black go? Crap. Huh. All right. Well. Okay. Oh, crap. Hang on. Where do I have my pastes? Here we go. Silver or gold? So I have these modeling pastes that Joan sent me. They get in jolly old England. I'm thinking silver because of this glitter in here. Silver, even though I have rose gold in there. Do I want to do that? Or should I throw some stars at it first and spatter some white? Or do I put more black on it and try to get rid of some of that freaking pink I put on there? I haven't bought stencils in forever because I have so many of mine that are... See, I can maybe cover this up with this and maybe put it more off. Do I want to do it more in the black? Have some of it in the black if I do it in silver? I'd like to cover this blob up that I dropped on there. Did I zoom out again? I don't know, that's kind of a crazy looking conglomeration of colors now with all that pinky red and crap in there. Damn it. Well, I'm going to add some white. I'm going to add something else. I think I might put this, although I like this pinky area in here. Some of it will still show, but I don't want to necessarily lose these little bleeds like that. I like that. I think that's what we'll try. And what's the worst that can happen? Don't answer that. I want to kind of have it on an angle. Maybe something like that. That'll cover up that purple blob. Maybe over there. I mean, in my head, when I first started doing it, I thought I'd do it here, but that's going to cover up all the stuff that I like. The blob from outer space. I know, let's see. I think I'll put it right there. Let's just get her done. Get her done. I need one of my little brushes. Not a brush, but a spatula, as my husband would call it. All right, Joan, here goes your... this is Pentart stencil paste that Joan sent me. Will it zoom in on the name? It's Pentart. I don't think you can get it in the US. You used to not be able to get it here. I don't want that close to that edge there. Maybe there. All right, that's where we're going. That's where we're going to end up with it. If it likes it or not. All right, work with me, stencil. All right. There's that. Oh, it did schmutz some, didn't it? I messed up there. Ah, well, I haven't done that for a while. I'm out of practice. I guess I should just let that dry where I schmutzed it. I don't know what the hell I did there. Apparently it moved. That's all right. Okie dokie. A sprinkle of glitter on the paste. Do I have glitter? Just glitter? I used to have all the glitter in there. Where the hell did I move it to? Apparently there's a glitter drawer somewhere in here. Let's see. Silks, bookbinding, beads, alcohol, ink, glue, stick note cards, embossing plates, stamp carving. Stamps. Where did I put the glitter? Well, I think we may move past our window of opportunity if I don't... Oh my gosh. I don't see it anytime soon. Seriously. Oh, you know what? I never use it. Maybe I put it over here in the nether regions of the studio. Hang on. No, I didn't put it there. Oh my gosh. I'm not kidding you guys, man. My hip joints both are really aching me whenever I move. What the hell could cause that overnight? I never had any pain in my hips before. Seriously. I had a bunch of Cinnabar glitters. Where, pray tell? Alright, well. I labeled all my drawers when I moved stuff around, but there is not a glitter drawer. I mean, I could sprinkle some primary elements or something on it, maybe. And then a hell of a note. They used to be in here, and I took them all out. I know what that is. Interesting. Well, I mean, it's silver. It's shiny silver. So we're going to have to let that go with that. Oh, you know what I could put in it? Star gloss. Maybe a little teeny tiny bit of the star gloss stuff. This is the pigment from Creamer. How can I do this without Patti? Was just a passing thought. Never mind. I just put a little bit of that in there. See what happens. I don't even know if it'll stick at this point. I'll show you what this is in a second. This is the loose pigment. Oh, shit. Oop, I said shit again. I think that's 3 times. This is the Star Gloss from Creamer. That's the pigment that I used. It's really fine to make the watercolor that I put up in here earlier. But I'm going to tap this over my trash can, or maybe in the trash bag. It's already here, ready to go. I don't want to get any of that stuff airborne. There's a little bit in there that's sticking. We'll see what happens with that. And this, will that reconstitute? I think it does. And of course I'm making it blue. So apparently there was some blue stuck in that brush. I don't know why that's so blurry. I don't even know if I'll put this one up on YouTube. I'll have to put a blurry disclaimer on there so I don't have to disappoint the masses. Let me try to wipe this out here. I have this little dish that I had some Copic white in a while back, and it does kind of reactivate with water, but it's kind of old and funky, like me. All right. Let's put a teeny tiny bit of this in there. And this is the Copic opaque white ink. And this gets really, it's really thick. I mean, that's called ink, but it's, I mean, it's thick, like, I don't know, like what? Thicker than pudding. I mean, it's almost solid. Like softer butter. Still harder than that, though. But you can put just a little teeny bit of water in there and get that gummed up pretty good. And then I'm going to splatter some stars, I believe. A little bit of water. I don't want to make this too runny. This is really opaque. All right, well, here goes nothing. Oop, too big. Like gesso, depends the brand, I guess. I want more going in that one streak. All right. Gonna have to let this dry. What time is it here? 5:30. So that'll be 2 hours. I got to add a little constellation action here. So let me try to dry this. I'm not sure how I'm going to do those. If I'm going to try to use the stencil, the constellation stencil. But that's kind of risky because I don't know what white and how I would put that through there to get a good, clean image. You know what I mean, Vern? Yeah, there's a lot more that I can see than are showing on the camera, and I don't know what the hell is up with the camera today. See, there's a lot more on there. You see a little bit of that glitter in the swirl of that galaxy deal. But look at all that pink and red in that black, where that black was. What the hell? I think before these dry, I'm going to try to get a little teeny tiny brush and man, that one is teeny tiny. That might be too teeny tiny. Let me look about this. How do I get 2 of these? Very interesting. But this is a size 2. This is from Green Stuff World. This is where I get those acrylic rollers for the clay that are really cool. They ship from Spain. And this is a 2.0 detail brush. And it is teeny tiny. But some diamond stickles or the spats. I don't have any stickles. I only got a couple, I think. I have such an unsteady hand. That's actually drying up too much anyway. Darn it. I watch Cece do all of her stuff with those precision line work that she does. And I just sit there in amazement thinking, how the hell does she do that? My hand is just not that steady. And that didn't work out so good there. I kind of blurred that one. Thanks, Kimberly. Will this one work, or should I just try to do a little bit of a halo thing around that one? They look like planets. Yep, see, that's not good. That's not good. How do I do that? What am I not doing? A little bit of mojo in there. Let me try doing it down here with a cleaner brush. I don't know. I don't know about the star business. I have to do some star practice, apparently. Not that it was meant to be a masterpiece by any stretch, but yeah, I don't like this at all. I do believe I'm making it worse. What can I turn that into? A spaceship with aliens. So see, I got this. I really should have gotten the 6-inch ones though. I was thinking they would be too tiny for the bigger pieces I usually work on, but not so much. I could have just moved it and repeated it. Now I got this big ass thing. I think that's dry. But what would I put through there? I mean, more of this stuff? More of the stencil paste, maybe? Maybe I'll try that. And I'll do a couple of these on the edge, like maybe try to catch this one or this long one here. Let me hit that with a little heat gun action. A little bit. let's try it and see what can happen here. What's the worst that can happen? Don't answer that. I would like to try to cover up this little hunk of boo-boo there. If I did it like that, that would cover maybe not enough of that to maybe there. Now what the hell, let's go for it. Like I said, it's no masterpiece. No pain, no gain. Alright, let's do this, this. Cover up that blob. Let's go down here. And let's hit that little goomer right there. Now I don't think I moved this. So let's see how this one comes out. Oh, that came out pretty good. Yeah, cool. And it kind of covered this up. And then let's see. I can live with that. Maybe let's do one in this dark area and one down in here, perhaps. But which one? This long, skinny one down here? Maybe? This way? Oh, that's gotta... Let's do it opposite so we don't have that getting all mushed up in the... Bye, door... Oh! Who's leaving? Sophia? Bye, Sophia! Thanks for hanging with us. Let's do that one over here. I'll do some of these little dots too. Maybe that one. Oh, that worked out good. That's not bad. Let's put something up here. Now I need another one. That's kind of big dippery, but it's... Can I just capture that little piece? It would have to be upside down. I guess it doesn't really matter if it's upside down or right. Not right. I mean, Big Dipper's a Big Dipper, depending on where you're looking at it from. Maybe we can do it right there, but I don't want this to get in. Can I do it upside down? Would that look ridiculous if I did it that way? Yeah, what the hell. I've looked ridiculous before. It won't be a first time for me. I'm no stranger to that. And notice I put the little star that I painted on there right in the bucket of the dipper. Oops. Sandra, I think this paste that Joan sent me, I think you got your mitts on some of this in the gold that you used in that one stencil that went around the corner of your art journal that everybody went nuts over. How that gold looked. I'm pretty sure that's the same gold. All right. I'm not happy with all that red that ended up in the background of that, I'm so shocked at how it's not red, it's opera rose. Opera, sorry. Which opera? Bright Opera, which I forget what company makes the one called Bright Opera. Is that Schminke? Bright Opera? Or is that, oh no, you know what? I think that's, is it one of these that I got new? No, that's Holbein. No, Mission Gold. That's this. Bright Opera by Mission Gold. That really overpowered all that black India ink that I put out there, which kind of surprised me. So anyway, that's where I'm going to end it up. Oh, Sandra left. Okay. Talking to myself again. That's not new for me, CB. I do that on a daily, almost hourly basis. I held a whole conversation with Dave this morning. He was taking a shower. I thought he was behind me at the dining room table. What the hell? Anyway, so lessons learned. Not my most favorite thing I've ever done by any stretch of the imagination. But it's all right. It's starting to dry and show the sheen on that galaxy with the molding paste there. All right, so there we go. Oh, let's see what the other watercolor, the Yupo one did. Thanks, guys. Let me see, where the hell did I put it? Oh my gosh. That puppy's still wet, I think. I'm not kidding. It's like hard to walk. What the hell could that be? Oh, Jesus. Oh, wow, this is getting interesting. Oh, and I guess that's from the salt. Oh, now we see some results of the salt being on there beforehand. Oh my gosh. I still have quite a puddle here. I'm going to let this drizzle off. But, okay, so look at this. See all these little dots over here? Let's see if it'll focus. That is from the salt. That's not, and you can see some bigger granulations in here. That's not Lunar Blue. That's actually from the salt. Come on, focus. Pain in the ass, I'm telling you. We'll come back to that. And down here, see all this crackly looking texture in there? Actually, I might have put a little bit of Lunar Blue down there, but not up here. And look at over here where it almost looks like ice crystals. All through, I'll pick it up closer and hope that it focuses. All through here and up through here. It looks like, see all that crackly look in there? Got rose gold flashing. You pretty little thing, you. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the spot? Oh, right up and through here. When it hits the light right, you can see a lot of that crackling up in there. Oh, there it is. See it? That's pretty cool. And that's the salt. Very interesting. And all this granular stuff in there, there wasn't that much Lunar Blue in there to do that. Here's kind of a goosebumpy texture over here. Will that focus for me now? There you go. See how that looks? That's the salt. That's not Lunar Blue. That's not how that acts. All in through there. And there was some Lunar Blue down here. See that grayish tone? If that'll focus, you'll see those fine, it almost looks like pepper granules that break out in that. That's the Lunar Blue. That's not the salt. And it's not going to focus. Story of my life. So that was interesting. I like those There's a little vein. Almost looks like a leaf or ice crystal when you see really thin ice forming like on a bubble or something. Anywho, all right, ladies, I'm gonna leave this stuff to dry, and thanks for hanging with me. I'm glad I had time to get back on and do something. Um, hopefully we'll do it again soon. So I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube. Thanks for hanging, guys.